The topic that I wanted to talk about today is none other than God. Everything that I do revolves around God. I don't want to get emotional. I'm a very emotional person. I don't want to get emotional. And I want to make this quick, being that it's my first video. But I just have to make my first video about God. Why? Because God is everything. God is everything to me. God will guide you in such a way. And sometimes we don't pay attention to the signs, but God will guide you every single day of your life. You just have to be in tune to the message, to the many messages that He sends you on a daily basis. I've always felt God's presence in my life since I was a young girl. But as an adult and having gone through everything that I've gone through, it took me to distance myself from a lot of people, a lot of things that were taking a lot of my time and energy, to really listen to God's voice. Because sometimes we're like, okay, yeah, we know that God exists. Well, a lot of us, some don't believe in God. But even those who don't believe in God, I challenge you to ask God for guidance when you're confused, when you're hurt, when you don't know which way to turn or who to turn to. Ask God for guidance. And trust me, He will guide you. The last year has been so difficult for me, but at the same time, I've learned so much because of God, because He has guided me. Sometimes we think we're all alone, and God is just a prayer away, a thought away. Because sometimes all you have to think is, or just ask God for help in a moment of desperation, of sadness. And trust me, He will be right there, listening to your prayer. He might not answer your questions when you want Him to answer them, but if you pay attention, if you stay in tune with your spirit and the signs that He sends you, you will hear His message. Yes, a lot of people get so caught up. How do you hear God? Okay, you're not going to hear His voice, although some people do, because some people hear voices. For me, God speaks to me through other people sometimes, when I seek advice from people that I respect. Sometimes you just sense like, okay, that message right there, even when you don't ask for an answer, God will send people who will give you answers to questions that you have in your mind. You can be on social media scrolling with a problem, a situation in your mind, and then you'll see something, a video, a post, a comment, anything that will answer or guide you in the direction that hits your spirit to a point where you know that was God. You can meet someone at the grocery store that can say something to you, and you know, what this person just told me, I know that was God. Because you didn't even ask for that person to say what they said, or just things just happen in a way where you just know that God wanted me to listen to this person, to that video, to that commercial. He wanted me to watch this movie. It's just so many ways that you get signs from God. And sometimes it comes within you. Sometimes the answers are within you. When you wake up one day and say, you know what? My spirit is telling me that I need to do this. Just like my spirit told me, girl, you need to start making YouTube videos. My spirit just told me that the other day. Not the other day. My spirit has been telling me that for a while now, but I've been ignoring it. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna listen. And I started making videos. But I was so frustrated, like I said, with the editing and just a lot of other things. You know, I didn't have the time to do them. I'm a mother of 3, so I've been so busy doing other things. But then yesterday, something happened where I felt like I was being pushed to, girl, you need to get started with your YouTube videos. Somebody needs to listen to what you have to say. That was my spirit talking to me. And I said, you know what? Let me listen, because I've been ignoring it for a long time. Let me not ignore it anymore. Let me do what my spirit is asking me to do. And that's how God talks to you. Sometimes God will put it in your heart to reach out to somebody. You don't know why you woke up today thinking about somebody, you know, and it's someone that you haven't talked to in years. And you're like, you know what? Something's telling me to reach out to this person. Even though I don't know what's going on with them, I haven't kept up with them. That might be God. That very well could be God. Because that person needs you at that very moment. So you are needed, and your spirit is pushing you towards that person. God talks to us every single day in many different ways. We just have to listen. We just have to pay attention to what we feel in our hearts, to what's happening around us. And like I said, we have to silence the noise. We have to take some time to be quiet. Just feel our own energy. You know, I'm all about energy. I'm all about energy. And I believe that when God wants you to move in a certain direction, or he wants to pull you out of a situation, he will put people, places, things in order. Like I said, he will move things in a way where it will become undeniable. If you keep ignoring it, it will be undeniable that, you know what, I need to do this. And if you keep ignoring it and ignoring it, you're not going to live up to what he wants you to live up to. So my advice for anybody listening to this video, if your spirit, if something within you is prompting you, pushing you to start this business, to start your book, to leave a toxic relationship, to leave a situation, a job, or start a new project, don't ignore it. There's something there that you need to investigate. There's something there that you need to do, to seek, to learn. Even if you're not dropping out of your classes or your job or whatever in that moment, continue to seek what it is that, what are you telling me, God? Pray about it. Ask God, what is it that you need me to do in this moment? I'm confused. And let me tell you that he will guide you in that direction. You just need to listen to your intuition. Never ignore your intuition, your spirit, whatever you want to call it. That feeling in your heart, in your mind, somewhere in between, where you just feel that, okay, I need to make this step. Something has to change. Listen. And in order for you to listen, you have to quiet your surroundings. If that means, you know, I need to step away from social media for a while, do that, because you may need to do that. I've done it plenty of times where I just feel like all this energy is just clouding my thoughts and my mind. I don't even know. Remove yourself. If you need to remove yourself from people, family, friends for a minute to gather your thoughts and, you know, to listen to God's voice speaking to you, do that. And within time, you will see how clearly how clearly everything will become. Like, oh, this didn't happen because God wanted me to do this. This situation didn't happen because God wanted something better for me. And the longer it takes for you to make those steps to move where He wants you to move, the more you're going to struggle, because you're not going to find your way. You will find your way when you listen to God's voice. You will find your way, your happiness, that fulfillment that you're missing in your life when you start listening to what God wants you to do. You will find your purpose. For those of you who don't know, why am I here? What is it that I want to do? I'm not happy with my job. I'm not happy with my life. I'm not happy with what I'm doing right now. What's my purpose? Listen to yourself, to your spirit, the things that bring you joy, that move you, that energize you. Listen, and then you will find the answers that you seek. And that, my friends, was my first video. Yay, I did it. I'm so excited. Before I stop my video, I just wanted to get some tips from YouTubers who, got this down. If you can help me with a good camera, if you can give me tips and give me advice. You see, I mess up. Now I'm gonna have to edit this. You see? Okay. For those of you who are professionals at making these YouTube videos, can you please let me know what's a good camera to use, a good editing app or program? Right now I'm doing this with my phone. So just, hook a girl up so I can do this the right way, because right now I'm a little bit lost. And that was it, my first video on YouTube. Yay, I did it. All right, everyone have a good day or good night or whatever it may be on your side of the map. Bye-bye.